Hello, Aries. So today I'm actually looking at the very specific placement of Venus in Aries. So if you go and look up your birth chart, there should be a link that works this time down in that description box down below. And you can put in your details of where you were born, time if you know what time you were born. If you don't, it's okay. You can still go and find out your Venus placement down there below. So I'm assuming that I'm talking to people who have a Venus placement in Aries, but the things that I'm saying may also kind of apply generally if you're sun sign, star sign Aries, or you have a lot of Aries in your chart. If you normally identify with that Aries energy, then this reading might be for you. If not, then there could be a reason for that. So the reason why it's really important to know all your placements in your birth chart is because it's actually going to affect your personality. No two Aries are going to be the same. In fact, Aries is a very, very impulsive sign, but if you had a Venus placement in something like Capricorn, you're going to actually almost be the opposite of what a typical Aries would be thought to be, because Aries is very impulsive. They like adventure. They don't really want to settle down as the generalized energy. But to have something like a Venus placement in Capricorn would mean that you wanted long-term commitment. So you want to kind of like flip it, reverse it, because what we've got here is, again, you could have like, again, something like Taurus or Capricorn as your star sign, and then have something like Venus in Aries, which is going to kind of be very, very different actually to what those signs would typically be. I'm waffling. I'm sorry. I talk too much. So if you have a Venus placement in Aries, Venus actually is the planet that associates with love and friendship, and connecting with other people in an emotional place. So yeah, think of it as the way you love. So if you have Venus in Aries, you're probably quite flirty. You like to have fun. You like to experiment in love. You may have had a lot of different partners, especially when you were younger. You know, like going out on nights out, kind of meeting lots of people, figuring out what you want, what you like, doing a lot of experimenting. You may see love as a kind of adventure. So when it comes to flirting, you can be very upfront, very direct, very much like, hey, I like you, do you want to have a drink sometime? You're quite charming with it because you're quite upfront. You can kind of like almost like win people over by being so bold and brash. It's like, whoa, you know, like I didn't expect this. So you're quite daring as well. You may, you know, the person that in the room who everybody else is too scared to go and talk to, you're going to be like, they're cute, I'm going to go and talk to them. So again, you may have other aspects in your chart that kind of tone this down a bit, but again, we're specifically looking at like this placement. Yeah, you're probably quite charismatic, quite charming. You're very fun-loving and playful. So people can be very attracted to that because it's like, oh, I could have a good time with this person. This person's fun to be around. That really comes across when you're trying to chat people up. Things that you like and that you appreciate in relationships are things like people who are very direct, very open, very honest. You don't like people who play games. You haven't got time for that. It just confuses you, and then it's like, do you know what, I can't be bothered with this. So you like people to you know, if they've got a problem, it's like, well, just spit it out, tell me what's wrong, and then like you can either deal with it or you can get on with other things. Like, you know, it's like very kind of like I'm hearing cut and run, which isn't what I was going to say, but that could also apply. You like people who are quite fun-loving, quite light. You want people who match your energy. People who are quite a little bit more passive than you. You tend to like to take the lead. You tend to be the person saying, "Let's do this today," and you want the other person to be like, "Yes, you know, I'm on board. I'm coming along with this. Let's go." You don't really like anything that's kind of too stuffy or too adult, too mundane. Those things kind of are big turn-offs for you. You just you want to have fun, you want to be happy, you want to keep that vibration high. So anything that's kind of like too too boring, too day to day, stuffiness, you're not going to like that. You're not going to like people who play games. You may actually, though, enjoy a bit of competition. So again, that person who's like the most desirable person in the room, the person that everybody else wants, you see that as a prize to be won. So it's like, you know, I'm going to get that person, like back off, you know, you rise to the competition. And it's not so much that you see that person as a prize, but you can be quite motivated in love if you've got to fight for it. You like the chase, you like the pursuit, you like the adventure of it all, you know, you like winning in love. You may have a little bit of an ego, you may brag quite a bit about your conquest perhaps, but more in terms of like trying to impress your partner. You may be like, hey, I've got this really nice car, or like, you know, let me tell you about all these adventures I've been on. Whatever it is that you brag about. Maybe if you are like, I don't know, Taurus sun, you may be like, let me tell you about all the money I make. So you do have a bit of an ego, and you like the other person to kind of flatter that quite a bit, and you know, to be impressed by the things that you are proud of. I think that's most of the stuff that I've got. Yeah, you just really want you may not want to stick around. You're quite adventurous. You always want to go on to the next new exciting thing. So you need someone who can match your pace. Anyone who can't keep up, I think you're going to get bored of them, and you're going to go looking for the next new exciting relationship that comes along. So not too great at commitment possibly, because you do have this tendency to get very, very bored if you're stuck in one place for too long. So the kind of partner that you probably need is somebody who can keep up with you. You want somebody who's going to go on the adventures with you, you know, your partner in crime, the person who's kind of like they're ready to drop everything at the drop of a hat and go on holiday with you because you've got the urge. So you need somebody who matches that energy, really. You may like it to have another Aries possibly, but again, you may find yourself going off in different directions. So your song that randomised as I was setting up the cards for you is Maybe Tomorrow by Stereophonics. And at first I was like, how does that fit? But then actually when I looked at the lyrics, I was like, gosh, that really does fit Venus in Aries, because it says it kind of says being down wastes time. You know, if you're in a place where you're not happy, it's just a waste of time. You know, life's too short. So you'd rather leave that situation that's not working out for you, that's making you feel bad, and go towards something that could potentially make you very happy. So you're always chasing the rainbows, chasing the smiles, right? Yeah, and they talk about being free. So you want this sense of freedom, you want this sense of independence, you want this sense of not feeling trapped by a relationship. And it also says, there's a line that says, I want breeze and an open mind. So again, this sense of like freedom, openness, you know, the ability to experiment and adventure and explore, really coming through there with that song. So one thing that I want to do is I've got this book. It's called The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. It's a bit worse for wear now. I'm getting a lot of stuff about crystals at the moment, so I've got a big kind of pile of crystals here, and I kind of did a practice reading off camera for myself, and I kind of shut my eyes and opened a page, and the page that I got was sunstone, which actually fit me perfectly. My mum got me a bracelet last Christmas, not the Christmas just gone, the Christmas before, and it was made of sunstone and something else. What was it? I've got the card here. Blah blah blah. Clay quartz. So it's all to do with confidence, and yeah, being kind of like good on your own, strong. So a lot of different reasons why it fit me perfectly. I was like, I can't believe it gave me that stone. So I kind of want to do that for you. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to kind of like randomize. I'm going to see what we get. So I am sorry that it's a bit mucky. Can I get the perfect crystal for Venus in Aries now, please? Perfect crystal for Venus in Aries. Dioptase. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It's quite rare and expensive, which I don't know may appeal to you. So it's kind of like this blue-green emeraldy colour. So I'll read what it says. Dioptase is a powerful healer for the heart and an opener for the higher heart chakra. Its wonderful blue-green colour brings all the chakras up to a greater level of functioning and facilitates spiritual attunement. Reaching the highest levels of consciousness, it has a dramatic effect on the human energy field. Psychologically, dioptase promotes living in the best. Oh my God, it's perfect for you, Aries. It promotes living in the present moment, and so like living each day as it comes, right? So that maybe that's why you've got maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Going with the flow. And paradoxically, activates past life memories. It supports a positive attitude to life, oh my God, and instills the ability to tune into one's own resources. Working in all areas of life to turn negative into positive, it's so your energy. It overcomes any sense of lack and enables fulfilling potential. It is especially helpful when you do not know what to do next, as it indicates your direction. So maybe a bit of restlessness. Mentally, dioptase is a strong mental cleanser and detoxifier. It releases the need to control others. Aries getting called out there. Emotionally, it can act as a bridge to emotional healing, especially for the child within. Its green ray reaches deep within the heart to absorb festering wounds and forgotten hurts. So you may have a tendency, if you have been hurt by relationships in the past, it may not always be you leaving the relationship, right? Other people can hurt you. You may have kind of things that you've not dealt with this kind of, I'm not going to waste time on feeling down. I'm going to throw myself into the next new thing because I want to feel good. There could be things from your past, even like childhood wounding that you've not actually dealt with, that kind of needs to come to the surface in order to be process. So do make sure you have the time to do that. You may naturally have an aversion to that, and so maybe this crystal can help you if that's something you're interested in. If not, just, I don't know, it is important to do that shadow work because it can manifest in our lives and kind of spoil new relationships because of that kind of past wounding. So that might be something you need to look at. It dissolves grief, betrayal and sorrow and is extremely effective for healing heartache and the pain of abandonment. Dioptase teaches that ultimately pain and difficulty in a relationship is a mirroring of an inner separation from the self. Repairing that link and drawing in love at all levels, it can heal an emotional black hole that is desperate for love. This stone clears away perceptions as to how love ought to be and brings in a new vibration of love. Spiritually, if it's placed on the third eye, it activates spiritual attunement and psychic vision. It brings awareness of inner riches. So healing, it regulates cell disorders, activates T cells and the thymus, relieves Meniere's disease, eases high blood pressure and alleviates pain and migraines. It prevents heart attacks and heals heart conditions. Dioptase lessens fatigue and overcomes shock. It's a detoxifier, lessening nausea and regenerating the liver. Have you partied too hard? It is particularly effective for overcoming addictions and stress. Used as an elixir for headaches and pain. Position over the heart, higher heart chakra, excellent as a gem essence. So you don't have to go out and buy one of those. I'm not sponsored by, I don't know, Crystal Mines or anything like that. But I thought it'd be an interesting new thing to look into in the readings. Obviously, it does talk about health. If you do have health conditions, make sure you seek medical advice from a doctor as well, a medically trained professional. But if you want to use the crystals as complementary medicine, I would say absolutely. It's worth a try, right? Worth a shot. So let's go. Let's start to pull you some cards. What do we have, please, for Monday for Venus in Aries? Venus in Aries for Monday, please. Venus in Aries for Monday. I'm using it ever so slightly baby voice. Now I only just realised I'm doing it, and I don't know why I'm doing it. It's not my it's my voice, but it's a version of my voice, right? It's not my normal day-to-day talking voice. So I don't know if maybe like love interest maybe talks a bit like a baby to you. Maybe you like that. Maybe you do that to others. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, Aries. But take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. Okay. Whoa, that's too many. I'm gonna. Is that on its own? Yeah, I'm going to take that one because that one's the one that's on its own. So not looking at the others. I'm going to shuffle and see what's on the underlying. Milk and honey. Yeah, you want to go for your happiness. But the rainbow on this card also talks about the need to heal. So don't just go for the good time all the time. It always reminds me of that gorilla that's like dancing in the swimming pool too. She's a maniac. I don't know if you've seen that on the internet. It's like a viral thing. But that elephant's having the time of its life. It's enjoying the good things in life, right? But this rainbow does tell me that you may have to heal something. And it does mention rainbows in that Stereophonics song as well. Rainbow Smile. Higher power. Oh, Aries. Let me have a quick look. So I'm not sure what I'm guessing from it yet, but I've noticed the kind of key on a head, on a third eye. I've noticed these kind of like emperor Emperor antlers, that always tells me Emperor or Empress energy. The Emperor is your card in the tarot, one of your cards in the tarot. Her head, her crown chakra is kind of all lit up, and there's this like second person here, kind of almost the person within, the child within, maybe that's might be what it's saying. So I'm going to read the because we're talking about relationships, I'm going to read the relationship message. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential for your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Remain aware of your true nature and tend to your spiritual connections. Right, interesting start there, Aries. Let's get you another card. So Monday, I'm using the girly voice again. What is this? Monday, please, for Aries. Venus in Aries. Venus in Aries, please, for Monday. Okay, you've got kind of this. You've got the Ten of Earth, but you've got this secretive energy. What's this? Six of Earth. Well, here's the antlers again. Taking the lead, taking ownership. I'm hearing taking ownership of something. She's got antlers too. Page of Water on the underlying. You may have to apologise for something. Or you may be seeking an apology from somebody who kind of broke your heart in the past. Or, you know, you broke someone's heart in the past and you need to apologise. There could be something to do with work. All this earth energy, this pentacle energy is to do with work, finances, career. It can be household as well. You know, earth, it's things that are tangible and real. I got the urge to kind of pick up a crystal then as I was saying that. She's kind of got these little baby antlers as well. And, you know, she's got little foxes, but little baby antlers. There's sticks on her hair. And they've both got wings. She's got wings. She's got wings. And they've all got these antlers. So there's definitely something about Emperor energy, about your higher self, your best version of yourself, putting your best foot forward. The Ten of Earth is, it's material, your material world shared with other people. So the Ten of the Earth can talk about you know, getting to a good place in your career, feeling financially stable, feeling like you've got a stable home life, everything is supported, you know, you've kind of achieved what you want to achieve with the support of others. But the Six of Earth talks about a rebalance. So if something has been unfair, you know, say someone's been doing more work than others, there could be kind of a rebalancing of finances. So you could be getting some sort of payout to equalize the situation. It could be that you are putting more work into a relationship than someone else, or someone else is putting more work into a relationship and you're slacking. It's a rebalance of the material world. So you know, are you giving too much? Are you in a position with the Ten of Earth? It's kind of saying to me, you may be in a position where you can actually give to others. So it may be that you because it's in love, right? It's in love. So it may be that somebody could be financially dependent on you, or vice versa. You know, take it as it resonates there. Let's read from the book and see what it says. So the Ten of Earth first. Affluence, material abundance, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth and knowledge. I am now able to step back and observe the results of what I built through my dedication and hard work. This might be the Aries bragging, the ego. I claim ownership of the castles I built, because there's a lot of I in here. There's no I in team, Venus in Aries, that I have built, that have taken form in the material world. I have achieved mastery and inherited treasures of knowledge and experience thanks to all I have been through. I smile appreciatively at my run of good fortune. Okie dokie. Are you taking all the credit for something that should have been a team effort? Because the Ten of Earth, the Nine of Earth is doing it by yourself. The Nine of Earth is independence. The Ten of Earth, there should be other people involved. This is wealth shared, but you're all about the I. I mean, you may have come to a very, very strong place all on your own. But that would normally be the Nine of Pentacles for me, because that's the independent version of these two cards. So are you taking all the credit for something? Are you being a little bit unfair here? Possibly. I'm sorry if I'm giving you a bit of a lecture. If it's not that, don't, ignore it. It might just be for someone else, right? It's a general reading. It's not going to be for everybody. But the Nine of Earths says unexpected resources, happy surprises, and generosity. What I have set forth in love comes back to me many times over, as the generosity of others becomes apparent and unexpected resources show up. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is a tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up at my door. What will I unwrap today? So back to the eye business. Are you being a little bit me? Are you a little bit preoccupied with tangible things at the moment, with possessions, with shiny things, with showing off everything that you've done? Is that what your higher self is telling you is important, or should you be valuing something else? Are you ignoring the contributions that others have made around you, or do you deserve, are you really entitled to sit there saying, I've done it all myself? Maybe you've just been very lucky. But this talks about, are you in a position to give to others? If you have been very lucky in life, if you have worked hard, can you give a helping hand to other people? Okay, so it's a bit of a lecture for you there. I'm sorry about the Aries, but I'm going to read the cards as they come out. There could be something to do with children. I mean, the pages are about people. It could be that somebody around you has had actually quite a hard life. They're very, very loving, but they've had a bit of a maybe they've not been as lucky in life as you. The page is somebody who's junior to you. It's interesting that I was using that baby voice. So it could be that you're being a bit of a sugar daddy to someone here, because this person's very sweet, but you can see that they've had a bit more of a struggle. They've not been as lucky in life as you. Maybe you've had a big inheritance and they haven't. And it's like, well, do you know what? I'm in a position to help this person out here. They're very sweet. They're very loving. It could definitely be your own child that you kind of want to look after. The messenger of water there as well. It could be somebody's approaching you with some sort of love offer, or you're going to make some sort of offer to them. Just take anything that resonates, leave anything that doesn't. It could be a lot of different things, right, for a lot of different people. So what's the heart of the matter, please, for Aries? We're talking about Aries in Venus energy for Monday. The heart of the matter, please. Okay, beautiful. Happiness. What is happiness to you? You're chasing those rainbows, right? The rainbow talks about healing as well. Healing, it could be healing family issues, healing something from childhood. But this is your happily ever after. So what does happily ever after mean to you? If you think about it in terms of your future, your happy future shared with other people. Who do you want around you? What community? What do you want around you? Which friends do you want to take you with you on this journey? Who is your perfect person? What kind of qualities would they have? So you're definitely in pursuit of happiness here, but again, could be dealing with some shadow work, because these people are the parents are in the shadow. So you could be dealing with some shadow work. Some unresolved issues from your childhood in regards to your parents that need healing. Tell me more, please, about, thank you, a bit secretive here. Yeah, being super secretive. Look, these cards are flipped and hidden. The lovers. Oh, do you have a secret love interest? Do you have someone on the side? Naughty Aries. Not necessarily. The lovers card, especially, this is one of my favourite lovers cards, actually. The lovers card used to be called the choice, and this to me always talks about choosing your heart, choosing the divine path. Look, it's like you're being led by a higher power, whether that's like feeling a spiritual presence around you, feeling a magnetic pull, or just having like the sense of like being directed by your higher self. There's definitely this spiritual presence that's kind of directing you. So I think you know where your heart lies. They're giving me Love Lies again by Khalid and Namani. You know where your heart lies, but it's in the shadows, right? It was hiding. So it could be that you have a secret crush on somebody. You feel a very strong attraction for somebody, but perhaps you haven't told them yet. But you know what your choice is, right? You know what your happiness is. But there is all the shadows that I'm really drawn to today. So the Knight of Cups, this is your energy. You're looking. So this is you. So you are looking to kind of move forwards towards someone, cross that river, right? To make some sort of loving offer. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be a love interest. Remember that the Venus placement can also talk about friendships and relationships in general. It doesn't have loving relationships. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a sexual partner, although that is strongly indicated by the Lovers card. So you want to move forwards and make some sort of offer from, an emotional offer, an offer from your heart space to someone about something. You want to express your feelings, quite excited to do so. But you can see that this river is kind of almost an emotional blockage. That horse does have to cross the river. But you can see that maybe if you move a little bit further upstream, you'd be able to cross it more easily. So there could be something about finding it a bit difficult to express your feelings, but if you got into slightly lighter emotions, maybe your emotions have got a bit deep and that's kind of causing this blockage. If you get back into that more playful energy, you may find it easier to make that expression of feelings. Okay, so what else is going on, please? Can I get 2 more cards for Venus energy in Aries? Venus energy in Aries. You may be somebody's boss and you want to make an offer to somebody who's like a junior position to you. That could be where this hesitancy comes from. This shows either that you are thinking about getting together with somebody and celebrating something. It could be celebrating a job well done, having a good time with your community, but it is the 1111 card, so I do feel like you feel almost like this is your soulmate. This is the person you're meant to be with. This is the person that you could spend your life with. The 4 of Wands is like putting down those firm foundations, right? Setting the tent pegs. So yeah, I think you could definitely see yourself committing to this person. They match your frequency. I think that you could see yourself spending your life with this person. They're your happily ever after. It's not like you to feel like that. I think Aries in Venus in Aries is a bit more of a here today, gone tomorrow type energy. What feels good today may not feel good tomorrow. So it could be that you are putting off making a commitment with that. Maybe tomorrow. It's like maybe tomorrow I'll propose. Maybe tomorrow I'll tell this person how much I care about them, but not today. It's almost like you don't want to spoil it. You don't want to. If you go for it and it doesn't work out, then you've kind of spoiled it, because you are seeing this person as your happily ever after at the moment. Do be aware that you do tend to kind of have a lot of whims. Your happiness today might look very different to your happiness tomorrow. So I think, excuse me, you also don't want to say you're going to commit to this person and make promises that you may not keep. Just be a little bit careful of that. But oh my God, look, the 2 of Cups. Yeah, you absolutely think this person is on your wavelength. They match your vibration. You could see yourself, this is like, you can see that they're almost getting married here. It's like you could see yourself committing to this person, whoever they are, because, I mean, it may be that I think you know who your person is. I think you have a really good idea of like, this person, I feel a strong pull to them. They feel like my soulmate. I feel like I'm seeing the signs, I'm seeing the synchronicities, I'm seeing 1111. Interestingly, as I got my phone out to kind of look up, the details of having a Venus in Aries placement, it was 11:11. It was 11 minutes past 11 on my clock, and I thought, oh, that's funny, 11:11. And now you've got the 11:11 card, the 2 of Cups, the Lovers, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, higher power. This is like, this feels like this is it for you. This is your person. That's how it feels. At least that's how you're feeling at the moment. Be aware of self-deception though. Yeah, it's your energy, so just be aware of self-deception. Just, maybe you're doing the right thing by holding back a little bit. If this is your forever, then why do you have to make that commitment today? If this person's your happily ever after, your long term, then you can be patient, right? You can wait, because you don't want to go in too soon and spoil it and mess things up. You want to make sure you're sure-footed. I'm getting sure-footed, and that you do lay those solid foundations if you want this to last, because I'm hearing too good to be true. You don't want to I'm hearing you don't want to mess it up with shoddy footwork. There's a lot of foot stuff. I don't know what that's about. So yeah, being very, very, very temperate actually, which is very good for you. I think you are actually taking this really quite seriously. So what's going on outside of you? Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be your person, the person you're thinking of, although it could be. We'll see what comes out. So energy outside of Aries, Venus in Aries, that may be affecting Venus in Aries on Monday. Energy outside of Venus in Aries. So here's that secretive energy again. Somebody is manifesting outside of you. And what's this card? It's reversed. Whoa. Okay, it could be that somebody is... wow, okay, 2 major arcanas. This reading is very, very powerful. No wonder I felt kind of anxious before I did it. The Devil card in reverse, this can talk about breaking the chains of some kind of codependency. It can talk about breaking out of an obsession. It can talk about, basically, the Devil card is anything that's kind of like self-destructive or that holds you back. Toxic relationships, obsessions, addictions. It could be somebody who's overcoming an addiction. So, yeah, there's something... It's really good that the Devil's in reverse. That's a really good sign. The Magician card here, somebody's trying to make their dreams come true, or your dreams come true. Somebody's trying to manifest something here. They've got all the tools of the trade that they need to do this. But again, this Magician card, it can come with like almost like trickster energy, someone who's got cards up the sleeve. And this card did hide in the deck. So there is, with the Seven of Swords here, and with the Magician, and with all this shadow, I think there's something a bit secretive going on here. I think there's... it could be that this is a secret love interest for you. Just make sure you are, especially if you want this to last, you want this to be your forever, you want to be in high vibrational energy, you want to go into it being very honest and fair, right? You don't want, you kind of need to cut out the deceptive energy, whatever that is, because again, look, Page of Swords, cutting out the deceptive energy. Possibly a third party situation, the Devil's back, shadow side. Yeah, I think you probably have an idea of what that is. Something needs to be cut out here, I think, before you can cross that emotional bridge. Yeah, I'm not saying that your person's trying to deceive you. I'm seeing it more as, it could be that something's going on in their life that they've not told you about. They're kind of a bit hesitant to reveal something to you. Or it could just be that you two have this very strong attraction, but you're both trying to close out other relationships before you can come towards each other. Yeah, this person's manifesting here. They've got the tools that they need to make their dreams happen. Oh my God, they've got the Ten of Cups. They've got the Ten of Cups as well. Crazy. I feel like they feel like they're in the fairy tale with you. They're along for the ride. They've got the same card. Yeah, they're trying to make this happily ever after happen just as much as you are. This is a beautiful reading. I can't believe this is the first reading I've done and it's so strong. Why don't I always do love readings? Because the reason why I'm hesitant sometimes to do love readings is because I don't want to hurt people. Like, I'm Libra in Venus, so that's the reading I'm doing after this. And I'm such a sucker for a good fairy tale and such a sucker for a good love story. Like, I want everybody to be in this energy. I want everybody to, to have their soulmate, to the perfect person, their Two of Cups, and, to have their knight in shining armor riding towards them and saying, look, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You're my happily ever after. I want that for everybody. And so when I do love readings and it's not that, and it's not for you, rejection is God's protection, there's heartbreak there. It's so difficult for me because I'm like, I don't want to be the person who has to say this, so I thank you, Venus in Aries, for giving me such a beautiful fairy tale reading. I love it. I hope all my readings this week are like this. Here we go, choices. So it could be that this person has a lot of options, but you're up for it. You are going to fight off that competition. It could be that this person is a little bit confused about what they want. But they've got the Ten of Cups, so I do think they are quite clear. They are seeing this as happily ever after. You could think that this person has a lot of different options. You could see them as being, because you think so highly of them, it's like you think everybody wants them. Or they could be feeling that way about you. I think they are going to pick the rainbow, though. You can see all the different cups. There's one with a rainbow in it there. And you're on the same page, right? You want the same thing. Belinda Carlisle now, we dream the same dream, we want the same thing. So I think if they do have other options, I think they're going to go for that rainbow, that happily ever after with you. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here for an energy outside of Aries? Oh, wow, okay. Well, there you go, Ace of Cups, right? So they are choosing a cup. The moons on this card tell me that this could take time. It could take time. The Two of Swords, there could be a little bit of a mental blockage. I do think this person could be a little bit confused. Oh, look at the Page of Wands as well. Yeah, they could be a little bit immature in love. They could not be as experienced as you. They're showing with the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Maybe a little bit younger than you or a little bit less experienced. But I think this card here, the Two of Swords, it talks about being a little bit mentally confused, but especially with the Seven of Cups, it's I don't quite. I'm a bit. Are you dealing with a Libra? I mean, I'm not seeing Libra. I'm seeing Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, fire sign, but it doesn't have to be that. It really doesn't have to be that. It's more about what this person's going through than the energy of the card. So yeah, getting a bit up in the head, getting a bit like, I don't know which way to choose, getting into a bit of a stalemate energy. But the Two of Swords talks about needing to choose based on instinct and emotion. And they are doing that, look, because they've got the Page of Wands. That's choosing what feels good, choosing what feels right, trusting your gut. And then you've got that Ace of Cups there. So yeah, they're going to trust their gut. They need to follow their instincts here. So looking really good, looking really, really good there, Aries. So, but again, it's going to take time. These moons symbolize be patient, which is probably quite difficult for you, the Hermit energy. This person needs to spend a bit more time doing a bit of soul searching. They need to make sure that they could be working through something emotionally. They could be dealing with something, especially with this Devil in reverse. They could be breaking away from a past relationship, needing a bit of time to be on their own for a bit, to work through their emotions before they can come forwards to you. So give them the space and the time that they need. I think you're right to be holding back there a little bit. Wait until the mood lightens, right? I think you'll know. You're very intuitive. You'll know when the time's right. You'll feel it, because it'll feel like this, right? It'll feel like this. It'll feel like this. Right. And you'll be like, the time's right. This energy, I know that now's the right time. Yeah, super intuitive, especially in love. So, whoa, okay. I don't know if they wanted to come out, but I'll show you what that was. Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery, and Vulture Spirit, Nothing is Wasted. I'm hearing nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, I don't know if they're the cards that wanted to come out for you, so I am going to reshuffle. So people with an Aries Venus placement, please, or the people who are connecting with this reading. I'm reading for Monday. What do they need to hear? So if this reading feels relevant to you, and it's not Monday, right? If you're watching this on Friday and it still feels relevant, don't worry about me saying Monday. It's just so that the guides know what day I'm going to put this up on the channel. Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. And I've got a few things here, so I'll show you what they are, but I'm not going to read these ones. There is always enough. Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. So, freedom is yours, Aries. Apparently that's what you want to hear, right? I'm just going to stop and restart just to, because I'm approaching the 40-minute mark. I don't want it to cut out mid as I'm reading. So, just 1 second. Okay, there we go. So, page 32. Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When Hawk Spirit arrives, you're called to pay close attention. Pay close attention to messages from Spirit. They can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk Spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that Spirit is sending to guide you. Lately, I said you've been seeing the signs. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places? Yeah, for me, it's Creep by Radiohead. I'm hearing it all the time, like 2 or 3 times a day. like from different places as well. It's like I'll be watching something and it'll come on in that. It's everywhere. Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyrics pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. I'm seeing it so much at the moment, it's crazy. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you, robins for me, and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it is a sign to listen. Okay, so yeah, watch out for the signs and synchronicities. It could be horses or hawks. Maybe the letter H is important to you. You've got... Now, I always make sure the cards are not in order when I first get a deck. So these cards have put themselves back into order, 32, 33. So there is progression. It may feel like things are a bit stuck, but with the moons on that card and 32, 33, there is progression happening here. It could be something to do with your age as well. Perhaps it's not going to be your birthday. Oh gosh, it is your birthday soon because we're in Pisces season. Happy birthday, Aries, for when it's your season. So maybe some of you are turning from 32 to 33. That'd be cool. If that's you, please let me know because that'd be really cool if that's what it is. Okay, Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. When Horse Spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure. Gosh, this is so your energy. Whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse Spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation. That's what you're after, right? You're happily ever after. So is your other person outside of you. Both, sharing the same dream. A better state of being, for there is no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words. Horses are social animals and known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse Spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure. No way, that's more or less what I was going to call this reading. Life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have a great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. Right, just remind you that you've got the higher power there. So whatever that is for you, you've got an energy that's with you, supporting you to have the freedom of choice, right? To be able to move towards your own happiness, your own personal freedom. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all its forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. Wow, what a brilliant reading. I'm so happy with that one. Let me know if it resonated. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. It's really helping me out. Share it with your friends if you think it's their story or someone needs to hear this. That, again, really helps out my channel, and helps to get the messages out to more people, right? And yeah, brilliant. If you want to come in as a stealth watcher, I totally appreciate that as well. No pressure. And best of luck, Aries. That is a great reading. I hope Libra's reading's as good as this one. Right, do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. No, oh my goodness, I was about to go and I realised I didn't randomise the song for you on camera. I was just so wrapped up in your little love story there, your little fairy tale. So there you go, that's the Stereophonics song that randomised for you. So let's get you a song on camera. So what do the people coming to this reading who are resonating with this reading really need to hear? Garbage again. I'm getting sick of garbage songs. I need to unlike them all. A Stroke of Luck by Garbage. Well, but there you go. Maybe divine forces are at play. Maybe there's going to be a stroke of luck. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, and maybe go and watch the video, look up the lyrics, see if anything pops out to you. There's going to be a message in there somewhere. Even if it's like, I hate that song, that is a message. It's, the fact that you've got a strong emotion for it is giving you a message. There's something in that for you. So yeah, okay, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, Aries.